A year ago, if someone had come up with the word media, I would have thought about the ads in the subways, mostly because that's the place where I'd be most surrounded by advertisements on all sides, and also because I kind of thought back then that the media meant advertisement in television, radio, magazines, anywhere, but really advertisement only. Now I know that that's really not the case. I know that media is everywhere, even when we don't see it and we don't feel it and we don't even think about it. It's thinking about us, and it's influencing almost every move we make. I mean, not every move we make. Obviously, I'm not like raising my hand because Dove's campaign for beauty tells me to, but the media influences how we think and the choices we make. The media is not all powerful. It may be pervasive, but it's kind of chicken and egg, because we affect it as much as it affects us. It may dictate a lot about our thinking, but it always has to appeal to our collective thinking. And it's true that many ad campaigns nowadays, and public figures too, use the shock approach, kind of to use a non-traditional format to get the concept or what they want to project into our minds in a different, more indirect way. Instead of just saying, this is what you should think, they kind of say, what do you think? But what we should think is clear. Well, we always think the same thing because it's very well thought out on their part. But if their campaign doesn't pass our judgment and become acceptable in our collective values, then it doesn't work, because we call the shots too. At the same time, the media are the ones that put out these new ideas, and so in this way they change what we view as acceptable behavior and as a normal expectation. So it's kind of like a never-ending cycle, which is scary to think about, because they influence what we think, we influence what they tell us to think, which in turn influences us again. It's just never ending. What's scary is how they figured out how to manipulate our thoughts without even us being conscious of it. We don't recognize that always, that they're manipulating our thoughts and feelings with their images. What's even scarier is that I'm referring to the media as a thing. It's not a thing. We made it ourselves. Each company or person or medium has its own agenda. They're all separate, but all together they form this force that's a major part of our lives, and it determines a lot of what's right and wrong, and what's popular and unpopular, what we like and dislike, and even who we are as people and as groups. It even defines our groups, and they define my thinking too, right? Like, would I really see a picture of models and celebrities and know that that's a false representation of a character and a lifestyle that doesn't even exist, but still want to be like that? Of course not. If I lived in a different culture and a different time, the media there might make me want to be fat instead of thin, and even if I lived in a different community than I do now, I would think different things. Like, I might think that Walmart's the best company ever. From where I sit, I kind of don't really support it because I see a different part of it. I guess I see the non-conventional image. I don't see the happy Walmart image. I kind of see the bad child labor image. But that's just where I'm sitting. Other people obviously think that Walmart is great, and that's what they want you to think. We live and breathe the media, especially in this era when technology is everywhere and that we can access it at all times. We've become our own celebrities. And we like it, actually. I mean, just look at the rise in popularity of reality TV shows and things like this. And MTV's getting right on it, and they're making big money because that's what people want to see now with the new technology. And people are on YouTube and broadcasting themselves. They're creating their own images. Like when people say that Facebook is an ad for yourself, basically. Well, it is. What else are we doing? We're trying to influence the way people view us. We're becoming mini advertising agencies. We're becoming part of the media. We're a new medium. We made this ourselves, but now it's a major part. So Josh Harris was right. And that's the scariest thing of all. Anyways, Miss O'Donnell, I really loved your class. was the highlight of my week. And I'm so glad that I took it. I learned a lot. Mostly, I know I'm still influenced by the media. Obviously, it's part of my life. It's part of everyone's life. But now at least I can see it more than I did before, and I kind of realized how big of an impact it really has. And I can't wait to take media studies next year, even though you're not teaching it. But you were a great teacher. Thank you so much, and I hope that while you're watching this, you have a good time. Bye.